Welcome back, boys and girls. We did the rook before, and now we're going to do his nemesis, the bishop. Okay, the bishop is a long-range piece, just like the rook is. He can go as much distance as he can if it's not blocked by his own pieces. Of course, if it's an opposite piece, an opponent's piece, he can capture it. But he moves a little differently. If you notice his head, it's a pointy head. So you can see that's the diagonals. You can do an X as a hand signal to remember how it moves. He also has slashes on his mouth. The slashes are also diagonals. Okay, so we've talked about files going up and down and ranks going side to side. These are diagonals. That's how the bishop moves. Notice the bishop there is a light colored bishop aiming down, and the king is right next to it. He can't step on any of those squares where the bishop line is because the king can't put himself in danger, but the king can split right through that diagonal and cut right through it. You see that? And that's something you can't do, which you can look at on the board later. You can't do that with the rook. That's why the rook has 5 points, bishop is 3 points. Now, just a quick point on long range, sometimes you'll notice that the bishop, if he's right next to the king and he's unprotected, he's in danger. The king can capture him. But if he's from far away, he blocks those squares that the king can't move to. So you'll see these long range pieces sometimes have more power from far away and can control more squares from far away than from really close. There's something else. You have 2 bishops, and each bishop only steps on half the squares on the board. There are 64 squares on that board, but the bishops only step on half because they only step on either dark squares or light squares. The dark squared bishop will never touch a light squared bishop. Hey, who are you? The light squared bishop will never touch a dark squared bishop. So these are some things that you'll have in your mind later on as the game comes to the end and 2 bishops are left, and you'll say, wait, we can attack each other or we can't attack each other. We can walk by and say, hi, how you doing? But I can't touch you. Bye. See you later. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll check you guys on the chessboard.